guys, what's going on? F by my pawn here, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we opted to help a few of our companions with their relative quest lines. Nothing too crazy, just helping our Inquisitor have more mercy, and help our Navigator solve her household issues. From there, we also helped out the Grand Inquisitor with his current problem, or at least we are planning to do so for today. But before that, we ended up doing another quest on the side. Well, not so much a quest, but we did end up going through one of the more difficult fights in the system. With this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be helping in the war against the daemons and hopefully clearing out their presence today. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Now, to my knowledge, this area is going to be very long-winded. There is going to be some checks that we do need to overcome, but first and foremost, let's deal with the unknown ships. That comes first, as you know. You are facing several Eldari scout ships. The Xenos are in no hurry to attack, and time seems to have slowed down. One wrong move and carnage can ensue. Let's get Uralon to help negotiate. Uralon's speech is met with a torrent of Eldari abuse that is too much for even your elucidator. The Xenos accuse her of betraying her kind by conspiring with the Monkey, and unceremoniously cut the connection. Yet their ships are no longer blocking the way. Cool. Somehow managed to stop a ship fight there. There we go. Cool. Feel bad for Uralon, though. Oh, well. Stuff happens sometimes. You can't really stop that, huh? This is the second to last planet that we can scan. And hopefully after this, it'll be the last planet. After the one that we deal with next. But first, let's see if there's anything I need to prepare beforehand. I don't think there is. But then again, we got a lot of stuff to be fair, so... Yeah, we can't really wear anything else beyond what we've got currently. This is better than the wolf skin that he's... Okay, so this is a better wolf skin. We don't really need to give it to him, but it is there, I suppose. As long as the wearer has performed both a melee and range attack this turn, every enemy in 5-cell radius that is smaller than the wearer suffers 1 stack of perplexed. Interesting. The kick ability costs 0 AP and deals additional 2x strength bonus damage. Really interesting ability. Astartes bolt pistol. Okay. Alright, yeah. I just wanted to check a few things. I don't really necessarily need to give it to anybody, but it's there. Agility and perception. The only thing that it would increase with the agility and perception is that it's increasing our awareness. But the agility also does increase our dodge, to be fair, so... It really depends how we feel about our amulet thing, really. It's been helping, I can't deny that, though. But for skill checks, it might not be the best. We could certainly go with the Omnissiah Holy Symbol here, and it be a perfectly acceptable move. Then again, I guess I could equip anything, as far as I'm concerned, and I should be fine at this point. Let's see, what is there that I could use instead, just in case? Oh, this is a Blessed Bolter casing, okay. So I guess the bolter casing got an upgrade from its original design. Ah, yeah, no, I very much like the Wraithbone necklace. The worst case is I swap it out for a the Omnissiah Holy Symbol, which is the alternative choice. For now, let's save here under Stream 28. We're just gonna name it under Warzone, and that should be fine. And let's get going. Eufrates II, here we go. Lord Captain, the United Corps of the Explorators and the militia forces are ready to attack the heretics who took over Eufrates II. The commander recognizes the Lord Inquisitor's sanction and agrees to cede the rights of supreme command to you. They ask that you summon a council of war in order to establish the plan of attack. How should we respond? Summon them to the bridge. We will hold a council. Consider it done, Lord Captain. I will notify the commanders that you are ready to meet with them. We've basically done everything as far as I'm aware, so no reason to not, as far as I'm concerned. I've been very thorough in that regard, I do believe, so yeah. The leader of the Explorator warriors appears on the bridge, and the bulkhead trembles beneath his metal gate. He has acquired a new set of fearsome armor since the last of you met, and his mechadendrites are now fitted with more formidable weapons of destruction. Unit Opticon 22 initiating identification / official greeting / procedure, unlocking the option of strategic data exchange. The Emperor's Angel, who follows in his wake, is clad in his armor, the color of a tempestuous ocean. You hear his voice, throaty and brimming with untamed boldness and strength. Which one of you Huscarlus is Vorg Valencius? I'm Thorvald Ironheart, and I wish to see the mortal, who is granted the honor of leading my pack into battle. Thorvald Ironhide, you face Vorg Valencius. Thorvald takes to measure of you and nods in satisfaction. I know the habits of a warrior when I see them. You're no indolent yoke. Good. I give my approval. We will hunt the sorry heretics together. You have changed, brother. Thorvald. Uppity and brazen without measure, and you carry yourself on another Drakar's life like it's your own. The wolf bursts into booming laughter and bares his long fangs. 'Tis the breed of leaders, Ulfar. We stand out. 'Tis you, Everlost, who can't find his way when the sun is right over your head. Another explosion of Thorvald's boisterous laugh drowns out Ulfar's stifled yet furious string of curses. Opticon 22. How do you go from overseeing logistics to commanding armies? This command promotion hierarchy status update was executed following the death / decommissioning / deconstruction of the ship Teeth of the Ratgear. The fleet's war conclave was operating aboard that vessel. Unit Opticon 22 received premature / rank promotion / modernization to Magos Dominus based on his extensive catalog of recorded combat engagements. May your service benefit the updated protocols that were bestowed upon you, and may the new analytical data that was entrusted to your elucidation. May the Omnissiah guide / operate this unit in his cause / mission / algorithm of his service to him. Let us commence the War Council. What good is another war council with a cog priest who knows not the joys of battle? Who cut off his parts and replace them with augments to please his all-knowing master. He will propose again a cowardly plan of unworthy warriors, as is the custom of his brethren. Registering a show of impertinence / data insufficiency in regards to the military craft / eradication methods of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Moody. Okay. Are you having another fight, gentlemen? How predictable. A woman in power armor walks onto the bridge with an air of superiority around her. You remember seeing her before, in the retinue of Xavier Calcista, when he barged into your chambers after your manganese accessia. Thank you for not starting without me. Acolyte Ashira, dispatched by the Lord Inquisitor to facilitate the operation on Eufrates II. My privileges on this war council are those of an advisor. Heinrichs and Ashira exchange glances, but do not say a word. You can't help but notice the furrow that forms on the interrogator's forehead at the sight of his colleague. So shall we begin our war council, or shall we rather wait for heretics to corrupt this planet completely? Ashira, why are you here? The Lord Inquisitor trusted me with this task of forging an alliance between the assembled fleets and the forces of the Cognizance fleet. Once this task is complete, I am to act as an observer and a special operative. And what are your responsibilities as a special operative? I'm afraid the Lord Inquisitor did not give me the authority to elaborate on this matter. There's no surprise in my heart. The Inquisition is, as always, too ashamed of its dark deeds to reveal them to honorable fighters. Gobald makes a show of spitting on the floor. Whatever. I don't care if he spits on the floor. Why did Calcazar choose you, then? I happen to have some experience in large-scale bloodshed, rogue traitor. That, and I never fail to deliver results. And what troops can you spare to reinforce our army? The militia forces have already been transferred to Opticon 22. All I have left under my command is a tactical unit explicitly instructed to carry out the Lord Inquisitor's special assignments. I see. It's about time we moved on to discussing how we intend to kill the heretics. In that case, I need a complete report on the situation at the front. Eufrates II is a forge world. Manufactorums and extractums take up most of its surface. Upon corrupting them / disrupting their production algorithm, the heretics enhance their ranks with possessed dendrites, or mechanisms rather, and false / defective / traitorous Scutari, whose protocols were disfigured with indoctrinating scrap code. Our forces have secured minor footholds on the surface, but are unable to deliver an effective blow to the headquarters / operational center of the profaners in the Machine Cathedral, at the heart of the Manufactorum Sigma S13. According to the available data, it is the current location of the Arc Heretic / termination target, the Dark Apostle, Uralon the Cruel. We may outnumber the enemy, but ours is a poor warband. All it has is steel creels of the Omnissiah, and scantily trained thirsts from across the expanse. While our foe is the detestable, but nevertheless deadly putrid-hearted traitors from the ranks of the Word-Bearers, and their vessels protect the Machine Cathedral from orbit. I'm kind of surprised you haven't considered planetary assault. There is a conflict / critical error / categorical lack of understanding of the imperatives of this operation / within our chain of command. Unit Thorvald Ironhide is in favor of the strategy of mass destruction, which would constitute an unacceptable violation of the right of operation. Every square meter of the Manufactorums is sacred / of high productivity value. Which is why the Cog Priest is so intent on hindering and sabotaging our assault by refusing us forces, and landing Drakars. But Thorvald Ironhide won't fight on the terms of priests. If my battle plan is rejected, the Omnissiah servants can retake the planet themselves. Maybe they think their lives mean worth nothing compared to their precious cathedrals. But a wolf knows what his life is worth. Opticon 22. I must say my curiosity is piqued. The exploiters are hiding something on the planet. Something you refuse to show to anyone, and are now loath to destroy. What is it? The tech priest Vox cracks stubbornly. Request denied. The Omnissiah's mysteries/procedures conducted on Eufrates II are to remain undisclosed according to the protocol/vow of preservation of the hallowed from the profane. This is why on Fenris we have the priests to follow the warriors, not the other way around. The priests never think about the battle ahead, only their tenets and taboos. But a wolf must think only of the battle and his enemy's death, not about preserving cathedrals, or counting the trophies that await him. Opticon 22, what do you propose our plan should be? Our strategic analysis points towards a full-scale offensive at the optimal course of action. The losses among the troops/insignificant personnel/laity would be numerous, but will not exceed acceptable parameters. Replenishing such losses will be less arduous than restoring the damage that may otherwise come from the manufactorums. Thorvald, what would you do if you were in command of this operation? I would rain down vengeful skies upon the enemy. I would plow the land of Eufrates II with shells, shatter their defenses, level the fortified towers, throw their host into their disarray, and in the whirlwind of fury I would lead my glorious pack to pave a path of blood for the Conquerors. I've heard your opinions on this. Choose your strategy wisely. Not every day you get to heed the advice of a seasoned warrior. One chosen by the Allfather himself to bring death to the foes of humanity. You two don't get along well, do you? You rent hearts like they're inscribed with runes, Vorg. 'Tis true my brothers and I grow tired of this cock priest and his naysay. For whatever reason he thinks himself our lord. I concur with this statement. Given the military action/sacred purative crusade/eradication procedure takes place on a world devoted from the machine god. Unit Opticon 22 insists on his privileged status in the matter of strategy selection. Answer me this, Thorvald. If Opticon 22 were to come to Fenris and start... Oh. That'd be a J check, so I'm actually going to go for the... I'm probably going to go for the persuasion here. It's a low check, but I will still attempt it. Yeah, let's load that. So we're going to have to speed through the dialogue, but ultimately, nothing too crazy. I just have to make the success checks here. That's just inevitable, really. And honestly, considering this doesn't really boost our skill checks, we are actually going to equip it. Because I do feel like we should. Let's equip the Omnissiah Holy Symbol here. We can take off the Theodora's Rosary and get something better, but I suppose this is fine. Let's see. Is there anything better for us? Skill check-wise. It seems like a lot of the items got refined into something better looking, to be fair, so that's actually pretty good. Let's see. Logic, coercion, and persuasion. Yeah, let's take this off. This is slightly better for skill checks. Is there anything else that might even be better than that? I don't think it is. Or there is, rather. Let's see. This gives us 25 logic, but that's pretty much it. This gives us 10 tech use. This gives us the highest initiative in combat. $15 Allure Imperium, we don't need that. This automatically passes any coercion tests, to be fair. So that's instant success for certain things, but that's not exactly what we need. Alright, we're going to save here with our abilities here. And with this, hopefully, this is going to be a better result. I hope. Regardless, we're going to roll through the dialogue and be done with it as soon as we can. Alright, let's quickly speed through the dialogue and go from there. It's going to take some time to quickly go through the dialogue. I'll speed through it just so I'm, going through it, but yeah. We're going to try and get a success here because the more successes, obviously, the better. But I digress. Okay, commence this war council. Speed up. There we go. Alright, let's see. We can get the logic here, I suppose. That would be slightly better. I'm gonna go with the logic one. Well, do I? Yeah, why not? We get to roll twice and take the better result anyways. Thorvald is right. However destructive the assault might end up being, it would be nothing compared to the damage that every moment of our hesitation does to the planet. Analyzing. This statement is true. The consequences of the heretical / corruption / disruption of the procedural cycle are nearing critical levels. In order to prevent this from surpassing their levels, Unit Opticon 22 is prepared to nullify certain protocols related to preservation of sacred relics / high-priority production facilities. I see. I should now present to you the plan of our assault on Eufrates II. The first step is obvious. We eliminate the Machine Cathedral's orbital support. But what planetary assault strategy will you choose following the destruction of the enemy Void Fleet? We will begin by bombarding the enemy positions, then advance cautiously. We must conserve our troops. Your plan bores me. This is not the Space Marines' way of war. But such cowardly strategies are the limit of the omnicized cognities. So you have my approval. My pack will do all that is asked of it, and stand at the vanguard of the assault, until we meet on the field of battle. Thorvald looks at Ulfar with a smirk. And I say the same to you, Ulfar Everest. The pity your pack will not share in this glorious victory. Ulfar lets out a bestial grumble and speaks. That boastful Gritov talks too much about my pack. He knows where my brothers are, I can smell it. Before we dive into the cottage, summon him to your ship, and then be questioned. I wish to hear what he knows, while he still hasn't lost the blathering tongue to the heretics. Strategy confirmed as optimal. Updating the Qatari tactical programs, transmitting this unit's general blessing / authorization for offensive action. The Lord Inquisitor will be delighted at the news that some semblance of orders was established in the command. Wish you luck, Rogue Trader. Good. Alright, we need to summon Thorvald for a talk, apparently, and we should be good. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but we can probably talk with Ulfar, and we can have him help us out here. So we're going to save here. That should be perfectly acceptable. And then we'll be on our way, I suppose.
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty, and the yet fatter cunning.
With thunderous laughter, the giant warrior triumphantly roars.
I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
After clearing his throat, Ulfar adds in a more ordinary voice. Why do you wish to meet with Thorvald?
If anyone knows where my pack brothers are now, he does. But it is not right to speak of such things within others' hearing. That is why I thought it better to keep silent at the War Council.
Alright. Inform Thorvald that he's invited aboard the ship.
I thank you, Ed Fatter.
Let's go see what he has to say. Thorvald has not come alone, but with a young brother in arms. With a mocking glance at Ulfar, he bellows. Thorvald Ironhide is here. Why have you summoned me, rogue trader? Speak to me. God, my throat's killing me for doing that voice. Know that you, Thorvald, within the path of battle has led my pack, the baleful howl. You haven't lost your pack, have you ever lost? The young wolf's voice is strong and insolent, and richly melodic. He tilts his head in a mocking concern, watching Ulfar's complexion change to match the violet shade of his hair. We'd not have a chance to talk properly at the council. I wanted to meet you. Of course you do. Who would miss a chance to strike up a friendship with the illustrious leader of the equally illustrious Stormbiters? Go on, Albert. Recite the saga of my exploits. And make sure to include the landing in the Void Kraken's mouth. This is Halbrand the Brave, the most sonorous voice in my pack. Thorvald nods at the tall wolf, who seems to radiate the proud vigor of a warrior. I think you meant to say Albert the Braggart, no? For his verses often weave together a truth that his own flights of fancy. Ulfar smiles vindictively, with a viciousness utterly unbecoming of the Angel of the Emperor. Now it is Halbert's turn to blush. Thank you for your correction, Evans. I reckon we can do without the sign. Are all the wolves so hostile to one another, or is it something personal between the two of you? It is only friendly nipping. If there was such hatred between us, the walls of this glorious hall would have long since been painted with blood. Such is the warrior's nature, a wolf's nature. When we meet with strength, we test our teeth on it. But there is a personal side to it as well. The Stormbiters have always tried the best, the baleful howl, and the glory of their exploits. Tried and failed, for my pack remained superiors. Or was and remained superior. Why do you call Ulfar Everlost? You do not know. I'm not surprised. Brother Ulfar does not care for the moniker. He has had it since his early years in the chapter, when Ulfar underwent the trial of the Cup of Wolf. He took so much longer than the others that the rune priest gave up on him or lost. Later, he received grievous wounds in the raids that sent him into status sleep for a long time. Any time we would pay a visit to the Baleful Howl, we would ask, "Where is Brother Ulfar?" And he was always resting. And recently he went missing altogether, lost after an attack on Xenos. Dorbold grins mockingly, his long fangs glinting. And forget not to tell of the dire curses. That of yore was laid upon the mighty Ulfar. Not good death, for him is fated. Only one day he lost, bereft of glory and honor. Uprod declaims the line so sonorously and powerfully, the bulkhead begins to vibrate. He who crosses path, let him regale and gladden that proud warrior Halbrand Bitterskill, Blather Stright, singer of rumors, and fine teller of tall tales, for he has glimpsed no worthy deeds in his short life. Do you know where Ulfar's pack is now? Feasting with the Allfather in the Hall of Heroes, I reckon. With Majad filling their horns to the brim, as valor and loyalty did fill their hearts. Lies. Did you see their bodies? Which of the brothers will avow the truth of these words? Ironhide never lies. The young wolf's arm cuts through the air like an axe as he angrily points at Ulfar. And you, Everlost, watch your tongue, unless you want my dagger to deliver penance of eternal silence upon you. No, we did not see their bodies, but we heard their ranting and raving, which can only lead to the jaws of Morkai. Tell me the details. In the battle which you, Everlost, Arnulf, and Skiandi were captured by the Xenos, the Baleful Howl took prisoners of their own. Under torture, the captive Xenos gave up the stock coordinates of where they were to go next. Some important meeting, it seems. The place was far away, deep in the uncharted regions where the servants of the Allfather have never ventured. And your brothers decide to go there. No navigator would dare lead them to the dark places, so your brother seized a trading boat and voyaged there without a helmsman. So you abandoned them to their grueling march? Ulbar's voice drops to a menacing rasp. Lower your hackles. I urge them not to throw away their lives in vain. Nothing but death could await them among those malevolent stars. We all came here to serve the Ulfar and repay our blood debt. To die for naught. Or have you forgotten that, Everlost? Ulfar, what will you do with this knowledge? I will not test our friendship that far. I know that if I call upon you to go with me in search of my pack, I'll be taking you away from important battles and the saving of our home. So I will need to go alone to seek my brothers. But I will not abandon you in your hour of need. I owe you. When we have defeated your enemies, I will leave you and follow the trail. That trail is a bloody, and has long since gone cold, Brother Ulfar. There's no need for you to add another body to its tally. As the leader of the Stormbiters, I call you to our pack. Be a brother to us now. Ulfar gives the peaceably smiling Thorvald a penetrating look, his face darkening and his voice dropping low to a bestial snarl. You lost your mind, Thorvald. Perhaps it is you who lost your mind if you're daring to speak so insolently to Ironheart. Halbrand's insinuating tone is dripping with such menace that even the drawing of a sword could not have made this threat any clearer. What makes you so certain they are dead? When the baleful howl was setting off, we exchanged gifts. Our pack's runes. Every 10th watch, a priest cast the runes, and saw what fate they revealed. The watches after the baleful's howl, the runes showed calamity. 60 watches after they left, death. Since then, the runes have been voiceless and their patterns hold no meaning. And that's it. Spirits deceive you. Your priests went a little soft in the head and forgot how to read his runes. And for that you give my pack up for dead. Cowards. The runes do not lie, Ulfar. You know this. Sorry about your brothers, but their fate is clear. Why do you want Ulfar to join your pack then? He is our brother. Do not be left to wander the galaxy in the company of ordinary mortals, or alone. Wolves are like sharp knives. We hone ourselves against each other, and without brothers, Ulfar will rust and grow dull. Be with us, Ulfar. We will take you in. Go to hell, Thorvald. They'll take you there. Thorvald, your associate often speaks when none has been addressed. Giving you a disgruntled look, Thorvald sternly cuts you off. When it concerns wolf matters, Halbrand will speak if he wishes. Do not forget that we are chosen warriors of the Allfather road tree. We just like servants at your peril. Ulfar's eyes flash with flurry. Stop there, Thorvald. This mortal rescued me from captivity and proved his valor. I will not stand here and allow him to be disrespected. So you hold this mortal above your brothers. Being without a pack has turned you feral and stupid ever lost. At the end of the day, it really depends. Either he goes with loyalty or he goes with camaraderie. I guess it really depends. I'm much for the fact that loyalty outweighs outweighs just following somebody just because they told you to. I have to admit, Ulfar is right. He is loyal to his brothers. Stay out of wolf business, rogue trader. I will not reveal the coordinates of the place to which your brothers traveled. Respect your alpha, Ulfar. That is an order. You are too quick to call yourself my leader, Thorvald. Go and bark commands at your pups. Who are you calling a pup, Everlast? Unlike your pathetic pack, we will soon go into battle and accomplish great deeds. But you, coward that you are, want to shrink your duty. Ulfar and Halbrand's roars merge into a single word. Duel. I think this is necessary. A harsh shout drowns out the two wolves, who are ready to lunge at one another. Quiet, both of you. Have you forgotten where you are? Homemine can only take the place on solid ground, not the boat. The void and the warp are treacherous and unfit to host a duel of the worthy. And secondly, I'm your superior, Ulfar. And so I'm not asking, but ordering you to back up your chest beating with deeds. If the baleful Howl Pack is alive, as you say, let it march with the Stormbiters in the assault on Eufrates II. Let it display the valor all the stories tell of. Will you stand alone for all your brothers, or have you gone thought? The wolf leader's tone may be threatening, but you notice a sly glint in his eye. Ulfar, on the other hand, is growling furiously, with no matching twinkle in his gaze. We'll see about that. I'll prove that the Stormbiters will never match for the Baleful Hand. Akbar, I must be at your side when you depart for the assault. Promise that you will grant me this honor. Thorvald, why will you not simply tell Ulfar where to look for his pack? Thorvald's face seems to sag under a sudden weight. Oh, thank you for the follow. Anna. Much appreciated. When the Baleful Howl left, I became the highest ranking officer in the Expanse. I'm the Alpha. It is my duty to ensure that not one of the Allfather's chosen warriors loses his life for foolish or fruitless ends. Not even for Ulfar. We shall march into battle together then, Ulfar. If you prove that your words carry more weight than a battle axe, I will tell you where your brothers went. If you fail, you will submit. Thorvald's lips curve into a superior smirk. Alright, we have our task then. We need to go with Ulfar to Eufrates II here. So we're going to have to bring him along. We also have to destroy the fleet covering the Machine Cathedral as well, so that's something. Otherwise, we seem to be good to go. I don't think there is anything here that we need to worry about. Otherwise, our companions would have let us know about it. Otherwise, let's get onto the planet, I suppose. Let us go to the world map here, using the Coronis Expanse map. And for the sake of dialogue, I'm actually going to bring another... I'm probably going to bring another companion, but that's only for dialogue, more than anything. Mainly because now I know that there is dialogue to be had if you bring an ally with you. Although I don't need to. It's just... yeah. But I digress. We got our skill checks ready as much as we possibly can. We're going to scan this planet here. Have we leveled up? We have not, but we are very close to leveling up. We just need like 450 experience. So let's do this. The rogue trader ship took its place in the center of the attack formation. The right flank was guarded by the sacred combat vessels of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the left consisted of the combined forces gathered by the Lord Inquisitor, headed by a frigate of the indomitable Space Wolves. The enemy deployed their ships in the wide arc in an attempt to surround the squadron, but the heretics' plan was not meant to be. Thorvald and Opticon 22 sent their detachments forward, tying up the enemy in combat and presenting the Lord Captain with the chance to deliver a blow to the very heart of the enemy position, where the flagships of these traitors to humanity awaited their final hour. It is time for dialogue, and a lot of it. If anything, an excessive amount, I would say.
This void ship will not be defeated.
Alright, we're starting off with a ship battle, and we need to deal with the Blasphemous Styx-class heavy cruiser. Alright, in that case, we are going to need to... Alright. Okay, let's move up here. If we warp jump, we can send a missile forward, I suppose. So that is another thing. Do we warp jump? I'm tempted, I must admit. Yeah, let's warp jump. Okay, we're gonna warp jump forward. And let's blast the front here. Let's see, maximum overdrive. Speed is increased by 2, maneuverability is increased by 1. We are going to use Imperial Storm here. We'll also set up a discovery there. There we go. We are going to set up a missile here. We will use torpedo control here. And Bada boom. Let's see, if we do a shift here, we can do this much here. And I will put a shield on the 4, I guess. That should do it for us. Alright, there we go. We did a ton of damage. We're gonna flip the ship, I think, once the frigate's, well, once it starts moving, that is. Alright, the Fiend of Urbeo 6 comes into play. They're gonna start firing missiles at us. To no avail. There they go. They're gonna try and spam as many hits as they can. Thankfully, our defenses just seem to be handling. Oh god, it's jittering. Ow. Alright, here we go. Let's do a new heading here. We'll do God's Bane weapon here. Okay, we're gonna go here. Yep, there we go. Just barely get the shot here. And all we do is just warp wave it, is what I would say if I could. And let's see, if we go this direction, we just barely get a shot here.
Another enemy sundered.
There we go. Then we just move 2 forward. And throw down another barrage with the Imperial Storm here. There we go. Then we'll flip you. We will load. Can't really do anything with that, but we can certainly put a shield on the side. We'll put it on the port here, just so it's easier to defend ourselves. And then we'll just reload our shield. And actually, I really want to save here, but for now, let's save it. Alright, we're gonna save here, because this does matter. We'll save under Warzone. This is mainly so we don't have to worry too much about the skill checks that are going to be involved, but I digress. Imperial Storm will solve most of our problems. There we go. Done.
An unsophisticated victory.
As a result, there you go. We are slowly getting stronger. Naturally. Alright, we've done it. Now we just need to launch the Planetary Assault, which is going to be a bunch of skill checks, I do believe. And a lot of talking, but I can tolerate that. Alright. Let's go to Eufrates II then. A general once said that all wars are fundamentally the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Monks. That general had not witnessed the events on Eufrates II. Rogue traitor Vorg von Valencius was the supreme commander in that battle. A man of iron will, unfaltering, unshakable. I served in his personal enforcer guard back then. Just another cocky kid who thought he was an expert soldier. The Emperor was gracious to me. He gave me a chance to realize just how wrong I was. Most of my comrades didn't get a chance like that. The shuttles would have blocked out the sun if one could see it through the smoke of the Manufactorum's city in Sigma S-13. At its heart stood the Machine Cathedral, our primary objective. The Lord Captain showed us mercy by having the landing zone bombarded from orbit. All the shuttles carrying troops, and more importantly precious vehicles, reached their destination. Daunted by our numbers, the enemy withdrew. That was the perfect moment for a decisive attack. With an armored vehicle force of this size, we had the upper hand. Upon descending from the orbit, Sister Argenta inspired the troops with the very first notes of her prayers. Her singing was the Emperor's voice commanding us to fight without any regard for our own lives. After rousing soldiers to launch a daring raid, she quickly captured one of the heretics' commanders. That was when we heard the starkly different voice from the Sister of Battle. Trembling with fury, she personally interrogated the miscreant, putting one poisoned confession after another out of him. When she was done, the world was purged of the impure breath, and she was the one wielding the flamer. The sight of that heretic writhing in flames was imprinted upon our memories, shining a beacon on the cruel darkness of our immediate future like a brilliant beacon. In the command center, the Lord Captain ordered his generals to deliver a tactical report to the officers. The best breakthrough point in Manufactorum Sigma S13 was receiving Dock MU 514, one of the oldest parts of the city, whose fortifications and defense systems were starting to show their age. Every approach to it was covered in traps, atomic mines, mechanical mayhem collars, skin-wrenching arc viruses, but we were ready to advance, taking to sector after sector, even if it meant throwing our bodies at whatever the enemy had in store for us. In the command center, the Lord Captain ordered his generals to commence a rapid tank assault in accordance with the military doctrine Armored Waif devised by Lord Militant Justinia Quinn, or Justice Quinn, rather. Our negable losses during the landing stage allowed us to have enough armored vehicles for a decisive push against the enemy positions. We began our advance. Do not forget the roar of the tank and its treads, tearing the heretics' infantry to pieces, accompanied by the shrieks of las guns and the rumble of heavy artillery, the deafening symphony of war. Nothing could stop us. We marched in the wake of the column of armored beasts, not turning to look at the mushroom clouds, climbing over piles of enemy bodies, and those of our own. We had our orders. Pushing through the ruins of the sacred workshops, we looked through it with awe upon machines that, up until that point, had remained forbidden to the eyes of Latiacy. Those were palaces of incredible and frightening technology, void ship assembly halls, alchemical atriums, sacred arsenals, generators producing invisible fields unsettling to the mind, and scriptoriums containing knowledge of the horrors of best left undiscovered. In one of the chemical chapels, we came upon a shipment of cisterns containing hallucinogenic gas. The tech priest protested that the substance was not designed for warfare, and it was created for higher rituals, but the officers wasted no time pumping our artillery shells full of that gas. At last, we reached the gates of Dock MU 514, the threshold of the metal nightmare that was Manufactorum Sigma S13. However, the initial attempts to storm the dock shattered against the enemy's defenses. Magos Dominus Octicon 22 proposed a tech sabotage. He could send a small Skitari units behind the enemy lines and have them subdue the spirits of the area's defense systems. Thorvald, the fierce leader of the Space Wolves, proposed to send infiltrators beyond the walls to kill enemy officers and weaken the dock's defenses. The Lord Captain had the vanguard regiments detail the reasons why the first assault failed. The influences of the ruinous powers had corrupted and twisted Dock MU 514 beyond recognition. Many potential approaches were blocked by the walls of flesh fused with metal and anomalies that bent reality around them. Hundreds of possessed machines assembled on Eufrates II rose against us. The enemy was expecting us to strike. We needed to disrupt their defenses before attacking. The Lord Captain ordered to proceed with the tech sabotage. It was part of the escort for one of the tech priest crews that broke into the docks to carry out the sabotage mission. It's one thing to watch the Technomat wave a sensor over the cogitator on a cargo deck, but it's another to observe sacred tech rituals being performed under a hail of bullets and carpeted bombings. Their binary prayers, description litanies, and blessed crypto purification viruses did their work. Every turret in the vicinity instantly turned on the traitors, and the dock filled with gunfire and screams. When silence fell, the gates opened before us. It took us many days to break through the metal heart of the Manufactorum. On the third week of the assault, the vanguards were halted and swept away by a salvo of plasma macro cannons. Warning every cannon of sacred engineering, the heretics had placed a hull of unfinished void cruisers on treads several kilometers long. This leviathan of adamantine or plasteel barred our way. Logos Opticon 22 insisted that we retake the sacred machine, but the vessel had been in the making for many decades, and its destruction would have meant the great tragedy for the Imperium. It came as a surprise to all when the space wolf Thorvald supported the Magos Dominus. After all, after Lord Captain had reconciled him with the explorator leader, Thorvald had tamed his pride and spoke in favor of the Tech Priest's cause of liberating the noble machine. The Lord Captain sent out scouts to assess the fearsome weapon. The sight was both terrifying and mesmerizing. Majestic cathedral designed to cut through the void was instead resting on treads the size of staggered the imagination. Those treads were grinding buildings into dust, and the ship's heavy cannons were incinerating entire tank formations. How could mere mortals hope to defeat a behemoth like that? The Lord Captain... This is gonna be a... I'm really tempted to just drop an entire void ship on the cruiser. We should probably reclaim it, but... yeah, I don't know. We'll go with the tech one. Why not? We commanded the sacred vessel to be reclaimed from the enemy's clutches. It's a 40% chance, and it was a fail, but regardless, we can try again. That is why I'm doing all this reloading shenanigans, but yeah. We'll succeed most of them, it's just the checks are obscenely difficult in the late game, so we have to do our best here. Alright, we're gonna go with the rapid assault here, like planned. We're gonna proceed with the tech sabotage, and then tech use. Having the sacred machine on our side could have given our offensive a sizable edge. Our orders were to get the landing force on the cruiser's bridge and escort the engineers to the main cogitator. Our shuttles used the turret's blind spots to deploy elite troops on board the cruiser. While they were engaged with the shrieking heretics, the engineers reasoned with the machine spirits of the main cogitator and initiated the blessed purgation protocol on the inner decks. It took us 3 days to drag every last cultist corpse out of the compartments. Slipping onto pools of blood mixed with sacred unguents, we made it to the Machine Cathedral, a gargantuan hall breathing with the flames of 1,000 furnaces, the last bastion of the enemy army. That was where I first faced the word-bearers, betrayers of humanity and unworthy sons of the Emperor. What could we, mere humans, possibly do to match their unholy bestial rage? The Lord Captain... We're gonna go with the persuasion one. We devised a plan that places space wolves at the forefront of our strike. Okay, that's another load. As expected, though. It is a difficult check, but that's to be expected. We should be able to get all these checks successful, though. Like, it's really close to being successful, so it's just a matter of time. Proceed with tech sabotage. There we go, succeed that, and now the persuasion. That is another load. But man, that's a lot of checks that we have to overcome. Jeez. I could do the easier one, which is the 55, but I like the idea of just doing the save options here. That's another load, because we failed that, but that's fine. To be expected at this point, but eventually we'll just slowly get there. Hopefully. Anyways. Alright. That is another fail. That's a load. Come on, game. We can get this. It is such a high roll that we gotta do. Okay. There we go. Tech succeeded and persuasion. Damn. I guess I could aim to get a persuasion boost, but there isn't really any benefit I can get from this. Ah well. We'll try our best. And finally, there we go. The Emperor's angels themselves led the charge that day. Magnificent in their rage, they forged a path for us to follow, and even the appalling champions of the Arch-Enemy could not stop them. While we distracted the enemy with suppressive fire and a hail of grenades, our unyielding leaders charged the word-bearers and tore them to pieces. We were the anvil of his wrath, and they were the hammer. And that's when it came. Doomscream, an ancient and bloodthirsty hellbrute. A merciless executioner forged from adamantine and ceramite. That single foe was repelling our assaults, one after the other, turning hundreds of soldiers into a bloody pulp. For as long as the abomination lived, we could not hope of reaching the heart of the enemy citadel. The dire-eyed Thorvald volunteered to track down and destroy the vile spawn, but fate had other things in store for him, and his brothers. The Space Wolves pack was to be the first to storm the Machine Cathedral, and thus Magos Dominus Opticon 22 assembled a cohort of elite Scutari, and said that he would locate and eliminate Doomscream. The soldiers were whispering that he was willing to activate the so-called Guaranteed Annihilation Protocol, a terrible and ominous rite that is as lethal to the enemies of the Omnissiah as it is to his faithful servants. Upon arriving the front lines, the Lord Captain questioned the survivors who witnessed the ruin that the Doomscream had wrought. Those lucky enough to have escaped with their lives had little to tell us. They remembered the terrible howl hanging in the air, and the death machine, impossibly quick for its size, dismembering people and crumpling tanks with its horrific manipulators. This enemy was ancient, devious, and utterly mad. The heretic's mind was clouded by rage and hatred, and his body was bound within a prison of metal and mutilated flesh. Upon arriving at the front lines, the Lord Captain we can either accept it or go for the low chance. I'm going to try and go for the low chance because I like that idea. The fight was grueling and bloody. Even Lord Captain's retinue could not pierce Doomscream's indestructible armor. It seemed that the Lord Captain's abundant luck was about to run out, but then Opticon 22's Scutari and Thorvald's Space Wolves joined the fray. Their strife forgotten, the true commanders assailed the unholy weapon of destruction. It was the rogue trader's wide guidance that allowed their strikes to pierce Doomscream's armor. Brutally wounded and humiliated, the profane executioner had no choice but to flee from the fight. The abomination's torn pincer, fitted with an ancient and powerful bolter, became the rogue trader's rightful trophy. Unhallowed Bellow, a rate of fire 8 bolter. Interesting. A heavy bolter, no less, I think. It is a heretical weapon, though, so that is something worth noting. Sadly. At last, we reached the Machine Cathedral. We saw a yawning lift shaft behind the colossal land-gnawing drill that had burrowed for kilometers into depths of the planet. There, deep below, lied the last hiding place of the heretics' leaders. Hundreds of grenades, accompanied by promises of swift judgment, were hurled into the pits. Such was our righteous anger. The planetary assault was a resounding success. The enemy forces were shattered and broken. A small fraction remained in the Machine Cathedral, but the rest either had been destroyed, or were destined to meet the same inevitable fate soon. The Lord Captain's retinue, the Space Wolves band, delved into the shaft, headed toward the heart of Machine Cathedral. We watched them leave with reverence in our eyes, as we were setting up perimeters around the entrance. We knew that the true outcome of this battle of Eufrates II depended on them, and that our fates were theirs to decide. We need Ulfar for this last bit, and it really depends if we want to bring on Urla or not. It's really optional. We don't have to bring her along. But I think considering we're heavily relying on Urla's, storyline, we're heavily leaning towards her, we're gonna go with Urla and bring her along, even though she's not required. Because, why not, right? It'd be interesting to see her dialogue, if anything, about this whole situation. Regardless, that was a whole heaping lot of dialogue, but now we are in the Machine Cathedral. This is going to be one of the hardest fights that we are ever going to be confronting, next to, of course, the endgame, but I digress. Let's begin. May the energies of the Imperium flow. May the gears resume turning. May the batteries infuse. Well, whatever. Words. Way faster than I intended it to be. We can't save here, but that's fine. The giant clad in dark crimson armor is in the middle of a sinister litany, his words turning into a repulsive ethereal stench and flakes of otherworldly ice. He does not notice your presence. The same cannot be said about Kunrad Vokvir, who stands on his side. His completely mutilated turquoise eyes flash upon seeing you. He flinches but remains silent, hesitant to interrupt the ritual. You can feel the strings of this surreal force emanating from the sorcerer's fingers and wrapping around the enormous disc of the drill. He is feeding its sacred batteries with profane magic, as if it were motive force, subjugating the tech priest's creation to his will. The sorcerer does not turn his head as his voice rolls over the room. I see you, mortal thing. I sense your meek mind. The sorcerer reluctantly turns his brazen gaze upon you. So you are the one who was so eager to meet me at your own demise. Rejoice, Brother Twilight. Today you become the new rogue trader. Vokvir's deformed features turn into a bloodthirsty smile. Yes, Master. I will rectify my mistake and reclaim what was stolen. Examine the machine. The platform beneath the sorcerer's feet is the drilling machine, massive tunneling shield. This mighty mechanism can gnaw through underground rock, bunker bulkheads, reinforced with adamantine, or anything else that may lurk in the planet's depth. The corrupted servants of the Deus Mechanicus scuttle around the heretic, muttering twisted prayers of ignition in attempts to persuade the omniscient majestic beast to awaken and rend the world's flesh. Do you have a name, or shall I simply refer to you as the heretic? You know my name well. I am Uralon the Cruel, breaker of misbelievers, true speakers, triumphator of faith, dark apostle of the blessed word-bearers, Legion. Kneel and offer a prayer of gratitude, for your death could not bear a worthier name. You must have been preoccupied with something profoundly important if you paid no heed to me obliterating your armies. Death for the glory of the true gods is a blessed fate for anybody. So why would I rob them? Every martyr who perishes in the name of only empowers their reign. I was tasked with a different mission, to make the Corona's expanse behold the sheer importance of its most eminent protector. Once Calcazar's treasure has been stolen, his secret hoards plundered, and his name shamed, the dogs of the false emperor will see the truth. No one will protect them. No one will heed their pleas. Only by bowing to the masters of the immaterial will they earn the right to live. And what is this treasure you covet so terribly? I will keep this from you so that you may perish in the darkness of ignorance. Your master didn't even tell you the reason why he sent you to the face of death, and neither will I make this poison cup any easier to drink. Have it your way. I will kill you without a care for why you came here. I can tell you have tasted beyond of the skull. 'Tis doubly satisfying to kill a foe after shaming him with honorable words of scorn. The sorcerer's disdained voice deteriorates into a feral wheeze. When you fall, I will find your soul in the wood. Play it clean of this cloak of arrogance and ubiquitousness you have wrapped yourself in. And what brings you here, Voidbeer? Voidbeer cocks his head sharply, like a bird, and laughs mockingly. I am on a path to greatness for you. True power of the kind of which you and Theodora could only dream of. The edge of daybreak promised to weave me a truly remarkable face. Do not dare speak Theodora's name, vile traitor. Say it every time I pray to the gods. If only you knew what powerful weapon awaits us down below. With it, we will make the entire expanse. Enough, brother Twilight. Your lips will not speak a word more than it is a heathen's place to hear. Ignorance is their cloister, and their main trap thing. No more words, Thurbold. We must stop him. Let's do this. The wolf let out a chilling howl, and his pack readied their weapons, acknowledging it as an unequivocal order to kill. With a solemn gesture of his hand, Uralon thunders in fury. Let those who blasphemize against a true god beg forgiveness in vain. Let their lips be sealed. Let their hands be severed. Let their souls be reaped and scourged. A glorious fight awaits. Take heed with the silver-tongued traitor, for he is old, sly, and strong. But by the Allfather, the wolves will still spill rivers of his blood today. The horrific display of profane sorcery appears to have filled Thorvald with joy and anticipation, rather than fear. Have you encountered Uralon before? No, or else his head would still be hanging on his neck. But my pack has heard plenty about his strength and ignominious misdoings. One can see the evidence of his malefactions all across the Corona's expanse. like bear tracks upon fresh snow. We've stalked him and looked for a chance to clamp our jaws around his throat. The craven knows well how to hide behind the backs of his heretical lackeys. What matter of witchcraft was he attempting up there? He wished to make the tunneling behemoth. If you hunger for my thought, Uralon is searching for something down below. Manufactorum's deepest halls. My warriors destroyed the energy, fought and silenced the drill. But the detestable Malefic still found a way to revive us with heinous magic. And what is he trying to unearth? Don't ask, for I not know myself. Calcazar treats his allies like a Ferencian mushroom farm treats his produce. Keeps them in a dock and feeds them junk. He didn't see fit to enlighten us about the secrets of Eufrates II, but 'tis no matter. Whatever it is, we mustn't let this loathsome Malefic claim it. I will deal with him. You're a brave one. You're not easily deterred. Good. Then find a way to reach the tunneling platform while we give the mangy sorcerer something to worry about. Dorbold exchanged glances with his warriors, and you could swear they all smile in anticipation inside their helmets. Halbrand, you stick to the original plan. Take 2 brothers and go after Goonsfree. Our scouts report that he took refuge here in these depths after being defeated in a battle and approach to the scene. I want to take the unholy tin can that holds his traitorous brain back to Fenris. Good hunting. We won't fail you. The eager Space Marine lets out a hungry howl. Proudly tread the hunter's grin. In chase of a beast of steel and blood, fangs bared sharp in thirsty prey. Let glory cloak the mighty gates. Scream. He hides in this den. Step aside, Halbrand. I will be the one to slay it. I claim this quarry for the baleful hand. Who or what is this Doomscream? An old vicious heretic. A hellbrute whose veins boil with poisonous rage and savagery. His mind and body have been so warped by the ruinous powers that his very existence is an affront to the Allfather warriors. Tread lightly when facing him. Yes, the beast is mad and hideous, but he is Rizal mighty, old, and graced with the archenemy's profane patronage. His hateful sermons abound with malefictions, and his weapon claimed the lives of hundreds during the assault. We grievously wounded him, true. We haven't seen the last of this foe. If Ulfar kills Doomscream, will that prove that the baleful Howl lives? If it comes to pass, it'll be the first to raise the cup to the proud name of his ferocious pack. Ulfar, we set out to hunt the beast. Do you seek to best me in hunting, Ulfar never lost? None are faster and deadlier than the Stormbiters. We will see, young wolf, we will see. Luck be with you, warriors. Hador Russ Vorg. And yeah, they poof. But hey, we got a level up, so that's nice. As for what we get an available skill and we get an available talent. As for what we are going to upgrade, I think we are going to upgrade either awareness or carouse. I'm going to go with awareness, because that's more situationally beneficial for us. So yeah, we're going to increase our awareness here. And we get a random talent from the exemplar tree, so let's see what we go for. Let's see. What do I go for? Death Dealer, let's see. Every round after the character kills the first enemy, the character immediately makes an additional single attack against the closest enemy with the same weapon if possible. This attack deals 3% base damage with 10% bonus for every difficulty tier. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. No. I have no idea what I'm going to go for. I'm going to see what there is. Just give me a hot second here. By doing this, I should be able to give myself a boost of 20 strength. Or at least 24 somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it's giving me a plus 20 from the looks of it. So 20% of our maximum wounds is basically 19, technically 20, if we use peak condition, but I don't really need it. I guess I'll give myself a plus 5 to all stats. I think that's probably the best. I could also ignore some of the enemy's deflection by using pinpoint accuracy. Or I could even go into a psionic boost as well. Because that's an optional thing that I could certainly go for. I shouldn't need it, though. Character selection is doubled against single target attacks. This could also be pretty good as well, if I'm looking to decrease the damage that I'm taking. I could also get tough as steel, which increases our toughness by an absurd amount. We gain additional 12 wounds. Those wounds are further increased by toughness, increasing 10 times toughness bonus percent, in the same way as basic wounds. So basically, it would take the 12 wounds that I got, so 99 plus 12. And then I increase that by an additional 50%, so... So that bring it to 166 if I were to go that route, I do believe. I like the idea of Perfection Under Fire. That'll give us a stat boost to everything, so that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm going to go with the stat boost to everything. That's going to help us more. It'll give us more dodge, it'll give us more stats to increase, and we can just overall benefit from it. And ballistic skill is always nice. Besides, worst case, when we hit 25 wounds or less, we can get double that bonus. So there you go. It gets even better the weaker we are. So I'm going to go with that. We're going to save here. And let's begin exploring the war zone, seeing what we find. It's probably going to be a two-parter here, maybe even a three-parter, depending how long this takes, but we're going to try our best to figure out what's going on here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Vorg is going to take the lead for the most part, but hey, there you go, right? 16 universal laws, the warnings. You got a goods here. Collect all these. Alright, we are going to adjust our formation here. We want these two at the back here, for the most part.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, we've got some individuals here who might or might not be fighting. We'll have to see. Oh. The crowd of heretics fall to their knees and hold their hands to you, pleading for mercy. Their leader, a heretic with worm-like tentacles stirring about in one of the eye sockets, howls plaintively out of his mouth. Archon Valentius, conqueror of steel and smiter of true flesh. We initiate the capulation protocol. We're under the chrome filament and leaden haze. Is there a computational array capable of designing a productive method of opposing? Your indestructible legions have annihilated all who dare stand in their way. No matter what we threw at you, it all turned to dust, which your servants then trampled into oil and soot. Our survivors are few. Mercy. We beg for your mercy. Lay down your weapons and weigh your judgments. We will hold the tribunal once I'm done here. One after the other, the heretics hand their weapons like a congregation bringing gifts to a terrifying god who stares alone could pulverize them. Perhaps for them, now that they've witnessed your tactical genius and unbridled might, that image isn't far from the truth. We get 3,000 experience, and yeah. These guys are going for mercy, it seems. I'm gonna respect that. We are gonna be merciful here. We're gonna save here. There is a 40% chance to succeed this check here, so I'll try it. Alternatively, I could go for a warp check here, so let's see. Let's see, lore warp. Okay, nothing actually detailed in lore warp. That's fine.
I always get the job done.
The remnants of the foul ritual designed to feed the souls of the victims to shell the daemon engine. A necessary element of the process to strengthen the monster's physical form.
Keep your wits about you.
Interesting. You can almost feel the evil oozing from the vile chaos symbol. Your eyes start to water and you distinctly smell putrid odors of rock.
Cruder rock has fallen. Its remains hidden in the dark.
There we go.
Me to walk this path.
Oh god, it's lagging quite a bit. Hold on.
Is there money to be made?
Yeah, the game's lagging a bit, but that's fine. We'll manage.
Good riddance to you, inhuman. All Father willing, we shall see more than one of your ungodly craft worlds blazing under our shorts.
Well, somebody's in a mood. That is a 35 skill check. Okay. That's going to be difficult to do, but we will try it all the same, if only for the success rates. Alright. Let's do this.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Skitna, a failure.
Okay, that's a load. Oh well. We will still try our best to pick our way through, and we should be fine. Ugh. But man, that was a lot of talking. My throat's still sore from that. Hopefully I won't have to go through that all the time, but unfortunately, that's just going to be the necessity for certain areas. Talking for an hour? Yeah. Mind you, without any break, but I digress.
I won't let it define me.
And that is one tedious skill check, jeez. Oh well. It's gonna take time, that's all. Well, hopefully I can get the check eventually. It's a 35 check.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
And mind you, this is 2 checks that I have to make. And it shouldn't be that hard, hopefully, but we'll see. I don't know. It's such a difficult check, though. I kind of expected it, though, to be fair, but I digress. Okay. There we go.
I won't let it define
My
me.
god, that is such a... Okay, yeah, no, it's... I have to roll twice and get the better result here. Huh, hold on. Triggered on reroll. Reason Omnissiah Holy Symbol. Initial roll is 71. And it auto-fails for some reason. That's weird.
The All-Father created me for carnage, not for this.
Man, this is annoying. Okay. Well, hopefully I can get it, but... God damn. Check's being weird. Well, worst case, I'm going to start using keys now, so...
Failure is just a temporary setback. I won't let it define me. Failure is just a temporary setback. I'll learn from this mistake. That's how it's done.
There we go, finally.
What do we have here?
Took 5 keys in the end, but we managed in the end, so that's good. I
Fate
cannot
and fortune
believe a
favor the
trap
bold.
triggered. God damn it. Okay. Alright, whatever. We managed to get the trap, or, disarm. It's fine. We managed to get one of the traps, at least. That is acceptable. We'll live with our issues here.
Success is the only outcome
There we
I
go.
accept. Let us not dawdle.
Are you kidding? Seriously? God.
I won't let it define me. I always
There we
get the
go,
job
finally.
done.
Okay. My god. That's
Keep
pain.
your wits about you.
Take everybody with us, and we should be able to disarm this cogitator here. We're gonna save, just so we don't have to go through that again, but I digress. I'm gonna start using multi-keys, I think, from now on, but I'm not gonna be using them, like, religiously. I'll only use them for the heavy difficulty checks. There we go. We've released that area, and then we can get to the main generator sanctum here, if we go down here. We're not going to go down there just yet, but we will take that in mind as we're going along, but there is another entrance, I do believe, that we can take when we get there. For now, though, we're not going to take that entrance. Going to focus on going here now. In here...
What's a peculiar thing?
Okay. There is a little trap.
Profit and a taste for adventure.
Gonna take a save here, just to be safe. And yeah, we're just gonna start perusing our way through here. Shouldn't be too hard, all things considering.
I always keep my options open.
Start this.
Failure is just a temporary
Alright, we
setback.
failed the check, but that's fine. At least it didn't blow up in our face. That's all I care about. I'd say it's better than it blowing up in our face, so there you go.
That's how it's done.
There we go.
This is intriguing. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Alright, let's save. rinse and repeat as we're going along, and we should be fine. This is probably one of the more laggy areas of the game, but we should be fine.
Just as I planned. I always get the job done. Let us not dawdle. I won't let it define me.
Alright, let's save, just to be sure we're not failing for some reason or another. And we should be good. Alright.
That's how it's done.
Let's grab these two.
Before my wrath.
There we go.
Is there money to be made?
We'll grab this, which gives us a visor that gives a +20 to all lore checks. That can actually be really good in certain instances, so we're going to keep that for the lore checks. And it's exactly what I was planning to use, so I digress. Alright, we can clear a passage with explosives. There is no reason we shouldn't do this. It is a skill check, after all, that we can utilize, so why not? Let's use it.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
That is a load, because now it's put us in fatigue. Great. But I mean, that's not too hard to deal with. Okay. Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta wait here. There we go. Done.
I won't let it define me.
My god, okay. That's gonna get really annoying if I don't succeed. Oh well. Once we get the success, it's not that bad. It's just a 75% or a 75% chance. I'm actually curious about something. Okay, there is no favorites, unfortunately, that you can mark. If we could, I would have loved to mark a favorites tab, if anything, to help us with our choices, but alas.
Success
There we
is the
go.
only outcome I accept.
By doing this, we open up the breach, and we get another check, which is an athletics 90, which we can use to jump the gap, which is going to help us, well, go to and fro.
I always get the job done. That's how it's done.
Alright.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
I meant to do 3 successes, but I guess game didn't really want that, so whatever. Oh well. Quick reload shouldn't be too hard to do. Figured 2 90s would be an easy check to do, but I guess not. Game's just like, nah.
Success is the only outcome I accept. Just as I planned.
There we go, and one more.
I always get
Done.
the job done.
Light-bringing brazier holes. We get a corrupted cogitator and some goods. Gonna save here.
I always have a backup plan.
I've got some heavy warp influence here. Oh god. The cogitator... Let's walk away from the cogitator for now. We are going to equip the... Yeah, let's equip the lore here. We're going to equip... Yep, equip the librarian glasses. This will increase our lore checks for a little bit anyways. Gonna save here for now. Alright, let's do this. Corrupted Cogitator, here we go. Let's examine the Cogitator. You know enough to determine exactly what happened to the machine. Glitchy projectors, otherworldly sounds from inside the case, an oppressive atmosphere in the room. Everything points towards a scrap code infection. One of the stranger and more frightening creations of the tech priests who devote themselves to ruinous powers. Perhaps you can extract the data crypts containing the scrap code. You'll be able to study it later in a controlled environment. Let's check for the presence of data crypts. You examine all the slots and sockets of the Cogitator case, but to no avail. All that you managed to find is a single data stick hidden behind a protective panel. Let's extract the data stick. You touch the data stick and realize you cannot pull it out or pry your fingers away from its surface. It's as if your hand is being held in place by a powerful magnetic force. You tense every muscle in your body, plant one leg against the Cogitator case and pull. At last, the unknown force begins to give way and eventually lets go. You come close to falling flat on your back, but the data stick is clenched in your hand, intact. Yeah, let's use the logic key. You insert the data stick into one of the available slots. The machine reacts with purrs and clicks. A few moments later, both data sticks are ejected and landed onto the control panel. Wake the Cogitator. You try pressing and spinning a couple of reels. In response, a few lumens light up on the control panel. A low guttural growl reverberates through the machine, and a small auxiliary screen lights up, presenting you with information. Examine the log. You skim the reports on the auxiliary screen. Seems the Cogitator has been completely purged of data. If there is anything of value left on this machine, it'll be on the external drives. Yeah, let's break the Cogitator. You smash the control panel with the first blow, and the Cogitator screens within the second. No one will be able to use this machine, whether for good or ill. Sometimes it's better just to purge for now. We can worry about repairs later, but for now, this is probably for the best. Especially when we're so deep in tech heresy. It's probably for the best.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Alright, so Ulfar and Uralon, we want you guys to go all the way up to the top corner here. Although, I guess that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh well. I guess this is gonna be it. We are gonna be dealing with some, Oh, right, I completely forgot. Let me actually load that. We need to replace our gear. Or get the gear back on for combat, so let's get ready with that, I suppose. I was gonna need to have them armed have myself armed anyways, so there you go. And I guess that for now we can give Uralon and Ulgard some armor that they can wear. I'll equip them with the best gear. There we go. And Uralon, you can wear this, I suppose. There you go. Just increase your defenses. Probably for the best. We'll remove the weapons and armor from Ulfar here. Wait, we can't take off those, so there you go. Okay. So yeah, Ulfar, Uralon, you can go over here.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes.
I am going to equip the helmet here. Not that. We need the gunslinger helmet. There we go. Let's see. Anything else I need? Not really. We usually keep the Heart of the Nameless on us. We're gonna re-equip the Wraithbone necklace, because that's just better for us. Hexgram. Do we need anything else here? Not really, but we'll see. Already got the ballistic boost, so we don't need to worry about that. Just wondering if there's anything I can add to this. I guess I can go with St. Contagious Scriptures. So take this off, equip this. That's going to give us way more armor, to say the least. So it's not bad to choose. Yeah, this will just make us even more hardy. Yeah, we might as well just stick with the armor value. Because that's what we usually do anyways. Alright. We are just going to equip ourselves with a medkit here, and then we should be good. We've got a lot of medical kits, though. Take this off. We are going to equip ourselves with a... Let's equip ourselves with this. There we go. And then we will equip ourselves with a Church of Surgeon medkit. There we go. Alright, let's go. Let's do this.
Let us not dawdle.
There we go. Alright, violence begins. The pink horrors begin to move, and they're gonna start blowing up these two, as expected. Alright, those two are probably gonna perish. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm gonna be doing some serious attacks anyway, so it's fine. Alright, let's start off with some flamer antics.
I'll see to it personally. Defense is a good offense.
Nice. Activate Reckless Rush here. Swap over to the gun here. We'll do some wildfire here. Let's throw in rapid fire. There we go. Nice. Then we'll swap over to this and do a running gun here. There we go, and that'll give us a reason to use the burner again. Nice. Then we'll swap over back to the gun here. And then we will arm ourselves with Cautious Approach here for extra defense. There we go. Pink horrors are going to start moving, trying to do something. These guys are going to start hurting the our allies, as expected, but we'll see how they pan out. Alright. Void Scream, not fun. Ooh. Looks like that guy's not gonna have a good fun time. Okay, we are gonna go for a barrage this direction.
It's as good as done.
Let's activate this. This will reduce the shots needed for wildfire by that. We are going to double down on the attacks here. like so.
Not me.
We're gonna completely demolish these enemies here. Hoorah. And we will trench it up for more, you know, potential damage. We should be good. We will dodge or just resist the damage that's gonna... Oh, there you go. Ooh, the damage is coming in hot. Guy's gonna continue summoning pink horrors and shenanigans, I would imagine. So we're gonna need to make our way over forward here. Okay, explosion.
I'll make it happen. On it.
Alright, burst of flame. There we go. We are going to reload here. Let's do a run and gun. Provoke again, that's fine.
I'll make it happen.
There we are, nice.
Defense is a good offense.
Activate this.
Not me.
And just mow these guys down. Hoorah.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Nice. Alright. Let's continue on. These guys are going to do their best to try and take us out, but to no avail. Ooh. Explosion.
Pain won't stop me.
Not going to stop me from taking these guys out. Ooh.
Predator does not become prey.
We'll be fine, though. Alright, well, there goes... yeah, Ulfar is not having a fun time, as you can see.
Its glorious
Huh. Eternal Warrior. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's activate this burn then.
It's as good as done.
Whoosh. Alright, let's activate Revel and Slaughter here. Alright, let's activate... yeah, let's move up a little bit here.
Let's make some opportunities.
Gonna provoke a little bit, but that's fine. We will activate Wildfire here. Activate a few things here. I'm gonna focus on trying to hit this guy here.
I'll make it happen. Consider it. You never stood a chance. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
There we go. We're gonna also throw in Steady Superiority here to give myself another attack on top of everything. I'm gonna position myself here so that way I can burn all three of these guys. There we are. Nice. Let's do a run and gun here.
Personally.
Get as far as we possibly can here. Provoking an attack. That's fine. Do another burn. Nice. Hoorah. We are pushing hard on the position that we're going for. They are trying their absolute best to try and deal with us. They're not in for a fun time, though. That's for certain. One hell of a bombing run, though, I must admit. Ooh, that is some lightning. Good thing I'm immune to that, I think. Ooh, they're only hurting themselves by doing this. Ulfar, just stay there. You're good. Alright, these guys are trying their absolute best to try and rush over to us. Alright, let's swap over to this. Activate Revel and Slaughter here.
I'll make it happen. Consider this a taste of what your was inevitable.
Alright, well. Let's do a reckless rush here. Move up here. This is going to provoke a lot, but that's fine.
Who, if not me?
There we go. Let's activate Firearm Mastery here. We're going to use Wildfire here.
To it personally. On it.
Here we go.
It's as good as done.
Bulk up with the attacks as much as possible here. Do a bunch of attacks this direction. Hoorah! So much devastating attacks coming in. Ooh.
Never stood a chance. Your end was inevitable.
Jesus. Okay.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
Alright, let's do a run and gun here.
Taking calculated
I'm gonna
risk
move
is
back
in my
here. This is gonna
second
provoke,
nature.
that's fine. I'm gonna do a barrage here. That'll give us even more to add to our list. Alright, let's start mowing the lawn here, if you will.
I'll see to it
95,
you never
there we
stood a
go.
chance. I'll make it happen.
Slowly whittle down the enemy.
I'll see to it personally. Another enemy down.
Done.
It's as good as done. Who if not me? Who never stood a chance?
Nice.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable. I won't stand for it.
Almost done. Just gotta deal with the rest here real quick. Here we go. Man, that's a lot of enemies though. And hey, we leveled up yet again. Jesus. Okay.
On it.
I guess the game's just being generous with EXP right now. Almighty.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh, that was so close. 62%, 95, 95, 38. Yeah, we're gonna have to target the blue warrior. It's 62%, but still. Better to get the hit than not to. We'll target the voracious pink core now, because that is the most, or next most dangerous.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Oh right, there's one here. I'll deal with you as well.
Your
Boom.
end was inevitable. I'll see to it personally.
Nice.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy down.
My god, this is so many hits. I wasn't expecting this, but okay. I guess the game's just like, here, have a bunch of hits.
My gut tells
Finally,
me
that
it's
took
a
so
bad
much time.
idea.
Well, I cleared out the enemy at least, so there's that. So that's nice. I got hit by a serious blow, but that's fine. Ow. I kind of expected this, but jeez, was it pretty devastating. We're gonna use a 43 heal.
I owe you a debt.
Okay, let's move up here. Activate Reckless Rush on top of it. Let's see, we're gonna go over to here.
Luck. I have strategy.
Turn that off. And we're gonna make this Herald regret ever attacking us. So we're gonna activate Revel and Slaughter. Alright, let's save here. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go, but we will still try our best. I'm actually gonna save under pain, because that is just our, you know, harness, safety harness, if you will, of defense. We are going to activate Surefire Plan to increase the damage. We are going to turn off Cautious Approach. And then we will mow the lawn of the Herald. There we go. Done. And that completely obliterates the majority of them. In an instant, they are eradicated. Because the Herald is the one thing that's stopping them from doing anything too grandiose. So yeah, if we hadn't killed the Herald, then it wouldn't have resulted in a good result. But regardless, we get the Untuning Combi Tool. This item grants its owner a 25% bonus to tech use. If the owner has medium or heavy armor equipped, the start of their first turn in combat, they gain tech use divided by 10 armor. Honestly, Saint Contagious's scriptures are way better. So there's that. But regardless, we leveled up, so we get an AP increase. So that's nice. There we go. The AP increase is always nice. It will mean we get more abilities that we can utilize in the long term.
This could be an opportunity.
So it's not a bad thing. We can do a tech use here. No reason to not. We're going to save under Warzone here. And we should be good. Alright.
Is there money to be made? That's how it's done.
Okay, we get ourselves a multi-key, machine right set, melta charge, and a warp grenade, which we cannot use because, well, heretical weapons.
Just as I planned.
A huge machine, red hot and working from a working built-in furnace. Traces of blood and scratches are visible on the bypasses to firebox. Undoubtedly, the burning of living people was part of some blasphemous ritual.
I always keep my options open.
Keep our way going over here. Let's see if there's anything worth noting. Not really. That's fine. We seem to be doing plenty well despite the circumstances that have harassed us here. So that's good. We're doing well despite the fact. Alright. We got some bigger fish to fry though, and we have to be ready for that, so...
I'll get left in the dust.
Yeah, we're in for a rough time, to say the least. Regardless, this area is complete, and we're gonna go through this door. You'll understand why I'm going through this door in a minute, but, this is gonna get dangerous really quickly, and you'll understand why. Well, to be fair, it won't be dangerous for us. It'll be dangerous for our companions here, who are just hanging around for the sidelines. But I digress.
What do we have here?
Alright. Grab from there.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright. It's time to go into a combat roll. Let's save here. Gonna put these two behind enemy line. Well, we're gonna put them behind us.
I have
So these guys are going to go back here.
Heaven knows for profit.
All right,
and the
Vorg.
taste for adventure
You know what to
on
do.
it.
Unload.
You will beg for mercy.
Hoorah. And here we go. This is the danger I was worried about. Time to get really invested in this fight. Alright. Vorg is gonna hit the full cover. You're just gonna stay in full cover here. Ulfar, full cover here. Start the battle. Alright, he's set up his first bombardment. Alright. We are gonna move to half cover here, I guess. Gonna swap over to the flamer. I think moving here is better by slight bits. Yeah, by moving here we get a better angle here. So we're gonna activate here. There we go. Alright, let's activate Revel and Slaughter here.
Not me.
There we go. We are going to make a reckless rush over to some better cover. Or better coverage, I will say. Okay, we're going to move over to here. We are going to activate Wildfire here, I guess. This will give us a reason to use the flames on these two here. There we go. Clear up the enemies, if you will. Then we will move even further here.
It's as good as done.
Gonna move to... Well, no, I'm not even gonna move. I'm actually just gonna focus on barraging assaults here in damage. We are gonna go for a rapid fire combo here, I think. Yeah, rapid fire. This will give us more bullets to work with, so...
I'll see
Hoorah.
you personally.
That gets rid of one of the barriers. We will activate Cautious Approach here. And begin our progress of running into combat here. Okay. The explosion happens. And what are you gonna do? You're just gonna put yourself in a position where you can't target me. Alright, so we need to deal with this plasma battery now. So I guess we need to go into cover... I guess I'll put myself into cover here. This will be ideal for us anyways. I'll swap over to Flamer shenanigans here. Yeah, let's do a single flame. Under... well... I'll do a flame here. Nice. Swap over to the typical sorted board here.
Who, if not me?
Let's get into full cover here. Activate the wildfire here. Really a mistake on my part for not moving in the right position. That's fine. We can actually move over to here. That'll be ideal. There we go. Activate all of our buffs here. Can't really rely on devastating attack here, but that's fine.
On it.
Alright, and there we go. That's another one dealt with. And I guess we will entrench from here, just to give ourselves the biggest defense boost here. Alright, there we go. As for the reason why I'm destroying these batteries, there is good reason for me doing so. Oh god. Okay. Thankfully I avoided the most danger from there. Okay, there you go. Ow! Ow!
Tough it out.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna move over to here. We are gonna start by healing ourselves.
I won't forget this.
My god, do we need to heal? We are not ready for dealing damage to this guy just yet, but we will get there eventually. Alright, we're going to activate Reckless Rush here.
Let's make some opportunities.
There we go. Ow. Okay, we're going to do some barrage here. Yeah, we want to focus on the front line here. But we are going to start by doing this, and the devastating attack, I suppose.
I'll make it happen.
There we go. Get as much bonus as we can here. Alright, let's activate Revel and Slaughter here. Alright, Wildfire.
It's as good as done.
Done. Nice. I'm still gonna need more medical aid, but that's fine. Ow. Yeah, these guys are pretty nasty, period. Oops. I did not mean to do that, but okay. Oh god. Okay.
High momentum.
We're gonna move over to... Yeah, first we're gonna start moving over to here. Activate Steady Superiority here. Activate Heal, just to give ourselves some HP here. There we go. We are gonna activate Rapid Fire and Concentrated Fire. We want to obliterate the battery here. There we go. Alright, let's activate Reckless Rush here. We go here. Yep, we just barely have enough room to get the hit on here, I suppose, so we'll go for there. There we go. Nice. We shall do a run and gun here.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature.
Go for the barrage on this Guitarist. Okay, that is a no-go. That's fine.
I'll see to it personally. Who, if not
Alright,
me?
deal with Guitarist. Nice. Done. And we are going to go into entrench mode here. There we go.
don't
Okay, we're
need
going to
to
move
look.
over to here.
I have strategy.
We are going to reload. Alright, we're going to go for a basic attack here.
Best
There we go.
defense is a good offense.
Take out the kill here.
'Cause you never stood a chance.
Nice. Alright,
On it.
activate this.
Who if not me?
Alright, run back over to here for now, and we'll go from there. We've got 18 MP from just using that, so there you go. Alright. Alright, normal movement. Let's get into Reckless
see to it
Rust mode,
personally.
so that way we can get into a position that we can actually fire from. Alright, let's move. Alright, let's turn off the defenses. Cautious approach goes off. We are actually even going to go as far as using firearm mastery and run a gun here. We should be fine.
It's as good as done.
Alright, let's do this. These guys are about to feel a world of pain. Alright, concentrated fire.
On it.
Devastating attack. Let's do this.
I'll see to it.
Hoorah!
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Oh my god, it is not the... Okay. Unfortunately for you, it is the end. Because we're going ham. Now that is how you destroy an enemy. So yeah, that guy has like over 2,000 HP, give or take some. So depending how you do it, you're probably going to have a rough time no matter what you do against him. Although, it does appear that we got the advantage there, so it's fine. Alright, always add these to cargo zone, because we don't need those swords, but yeah.
Let us not dawdle.
We seem to have managed to complete the task with relative ease. We've got Roboti pattern sniper rifles. We can add that to cargo, I suppose. There we go.
I always have a backup plan.
Grab this. We get ourselves the Trapper's Fur. Each time the wearer deals damage to an enemy with a ranged attack from a range of 5 cells or further, the wearer becomes the highest priority target for the enemy until the wearer's next turn. That would be amazing if we could use it. Unfortunately, we are not proficient in Adeptus Astartes equipment. If we were, I'd love to use it, but alas. We don't get that luxury. Not in this case. Or not in this zone, anyways. But yeah. It appears that there's a bunch of enslaved psychers here as well, so that's not cool. Or kosher, rather. These guys have given up, so let's go talk with the psychers and try and talk them down. We'll go from there. Alright.
Is there money to be made?
This is a Medicaid check.
I always get the job done.
The injectors are filled with powerful sedatives, a sensible precaution that keeps the captives under complete control of their tormentors.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
And I failed the lore warp 80%, so rip there, but that's fine. We'll be able to alleviate that issue with relative ease. Okay. Well, so far so good. We're putting in hefty work, that's for sure. And we are, yeah,
I always
nearly
have
at
a backup
another level
plan.
up.
That's how it's done. Success is the only outcome I accept.
The air around the caged people is almost ringing with sorcerous energy. Before you are psychers, whose powers even at rest create disturbances
Let us
before
not
the
do.
war. Alright, so this is the other way to the main generator sanctum. This is the second option you can take, as opposed to this option here. I'm going to save real quick, and I'm going to take a small 5-minute break, but when I return, I will be going down into the generator zone to get that done. But yeah. We did well for our, you know, first impressions here.
I won't forget this.
Apparently I've got a fresh injury that I gotta cure, so give me a hot second. Here we go. We'll remove the fresh injury, or try to anyways.
I owe you a debt.
There we go. Nice. Apparently the Church Resurgent kits, yeah, they effectively remove traumas, but they don't actually heal you of, injuries. So that is something worth noting, I suppose. Take these off. Let's equip these medkits, because we're not using them anymore. We might as well keep using them. But yeah, now I'm going to take a small 5-minute break, but when I return, we will going into the main generator sanctum. See you guys in a bit. Alright, I am back. Let's get back into things. Now, if I recall correctly, we just need to go to the main generator sanctum. So we are just going to get these plasma pistols. We don't necessarily need to keep them. We're just going to put these on the other side here. Collect all, and let's get going to the next area. There's no reason for us to delay, to say the least. Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all.
This is intriguing. This could be an opportunity.
Okay, we got tech use here.
Just as I planned.
Grab that. We got a lore warp check.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Alright, let's disarm this.
I always get the job done.
Alright, we can remove the barrier with a warp 80% chance, so we can try that. Thankfully, it seems like the trap wasn't available to harm us, so that's good. Alright, let's disarm the barrier.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
There we go. We got another warp here.
Just as I planned.
There we are. Nice.
What do we have here?
Got another secret here, so we can open this up, I suppose. And we got a bunch of combat units here, which have a bunch of electricity. That is a little bit concerning, but we will see how things fare. We're going to save here and see what this machine has for us. We'll get as many cogitator cards as we can to try and get as much data as we possibly can from this. Examine the cogitator. You know enough to determine what exactly happened to the machine. Glitchy projectors, otherworldly sounds from inside the case, an oppressive atmosphere in the room. Everything points towards a scrap code infection. One of the stranger and more frightening creations of tech priests who devote themselves to, ruinous powers. It's covered in scratched symbols and signs thickly smeared in a pungent oily mass. You spot tiny bubbles emerging from the gleaming metal. It's almost as if the malodorous slime is seeping from the scratches, like sweat oozes from pores on human skin. Okay. Let's find a way to deactivate the cogitator's logical network. There we go. We get our next data stick key and dented data script. And then we break the cogitator. At the very least, destroying the cogitators will help us in the long term, so... At least I think so, anyways. A voltage control panel. Let's save here and see how we fare here. This might actually be a good thing, if we turn this on. Let's see how we fare. Logic test.
That's how it's done.
By doing this, we activate it and blow up the electricity here. And cause the majority of the machines here to go haywire. So we're going to move Uralon over here. We're going to move Ulfar over here. And we're going to have Vorg come over here. There we go. Alright, we got volatile servitors, combat servitors. Let's see. Where should we go? Probably wise for us to go back over to here, I'm thinking. They'll provoke an attack, but that's fine. Okay, so I think the best option for us is to use this. Let's burn everything to the ground.
Who if not me?
Yep. We'll do a run and gun. There we go. I'm gonna do it so I can do a line attack here. I meant to do it as a Meant to do it so I can get the versatility stack, but I guess not. Oh well. I can load it, to be fair. Yeah, let's load. Why not?
I always get the job done.
Alright, there we go. Round 2, here we go. Alright, we're moving over. There we go. Start with a flamer.
I'll see if you never stood a chance.
There we are. Then we'll move over to gun antics here. We'll do a run and gun here for extra measure. We will focus the burst this direction. Like so. Alright, we are going to do a reckless rush here and get into a better position. I guess we will go over to here. There we go. Let's activate wildfire, rapid fire, concentrated fire, and we'll even go as far as to use devastating attack here. We'll aim with these guys in mind. There we are.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Nice. Alright, we'll move Yearlet over, and we'll have Ulfar there, so there you go. These guys are going to start moving in to try and do whatever they can against us. Ooh. Trying to do scorching area attacks, but to no avail. Ow. They're going to do their blasts. Trying to do their utmost to try and deal with us, but to no avail. We seem to be doing fine, though, which is good. We will swap over to defenses here. Well, we're going to just do a burn here, I guess. Troll burn, if you will. In fact... yeah, let's just do a controlled burn here. No need to go overboard here. There we go. We will activate Revel and Slaughter here.
It's as good as done.
Alright, let's go over here.
I'll see to it personally. Mere pain won't stop me.
Okay. Activate Reckless Rush here. There we go. Alright, we're gonna activate Wildfire here.
On it.
Activate everything here.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
And what we're going to do is we are going to head behind full cover here. Specifically, cover right here? No, we'll put ourselves behind cover here at least. There we go. And then we are going to aim for this. Okay, let's make sure we aim this properly here. Oh well. I'll prioritize this. Why not?
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Oh well. We shall activate Cautious Approach, I guess. Yeah, we'll activate Cautious Approach. This will give us a defensive boost. And that should increase both our... Yeah, our armor is going to be absurdly high, and our defenses are just going to be, in general, absurd. So that'll be fine. We'll live. Yeah. Psychic Shriek. Or, Psychic Shriek is no joke. Gonna need a heal here. Alright, let's start with a heal.
Make sure to return the favor one day.
We will activate Steady Superiority here.
This.
Alright, we're gonna cook everything alive here. Ooh.
The best defense is a good offense.
Swap over to cannon time.
Who, if not me? You should have thought twice before
Nice.
crossing me.
Let's activate Reckless Rush and spam the abilities as we do.
I won't stand for it.
Right, I completely forgot I need to activate Wildfire here.
I'll see to it personally. The best defense is a
Okay,
good
this should get the... Yep, there we go. Nice. We will activate Revel and Slaughter here. There we go. Nice. Okay. That should do it. These guys are going to start doing their thing to try and deal with us, but to no avail. Here. The Psychic Shriek. Not fun. Even more damage. Not... Ow. Stop.
catch my breath.
Getting no chance to retaliate against them. Sheesh. This is a mess. Good thing I have healing. Otherwise, this would be a pain.
I won't forget this.
Although, it's not healing me as much as I would love it to, so... Alright, let's see. Let's see, I need to deal with the blue horror here, otherwise I'm not going to be able to bypass these guys. So I'll start with a barrage here.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Alright. I guess I'll aim for the combat servitor, considering he is a widely damaged one. Alright, let's just start by a barrage directly at him. There we go. Okay, let's activate this.
Not me. I'll see to it personally.
I'm gonna move defensively
Don't
over to
let your
here.
guard down.
I will activate Wildfire for extra measure. We are aiming with the intent of dealing as much harm to this guy as possible. We're gonna activate this here.
I'll see to it personally.
Hoorah.
You should Consider this a taste of what's to come.
And we will hunker down. Let's pray this is enough. Of course, I'm going to need to save, though, worst case, because I can't really think of a better position to be in. So, yeah. We're going to rely heavily on the cover to protect our butts. And given that we are out of range of anything that would cause us any harm, we should be fine. So, yeah. Okay, let's save here. Under pain. Should be fine. We should probably go for the heal. We should probably also go for the reload. So, start by reloading this. We are going to move over to here. Here we go. Hoorah. Alright. Activate Revelant Slaughter. Let's go for a med kit here.
I owe you a debt.
And then we are just going to... Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna need to just
I'll see to it
throw a
personally.
shot here. There we go.
I'll make it happen. I'll see
There
to
we go.
it personally. You should have thought
Burn.
twice before crossing me.
And then I'll just do a reckless rush into cover here. There we go. No need to sugarcoat what we're doing here. Alright. These guys are going to try their damnedest to deal with us, but to no avail. Oh, servitors getting ready to blow up, I imagine. But we'll see. Alright, let's do a firearm mastery shenanigans. We are going to turn on Reckless Rush, turn off Cautious Approach,
On it.
and go absolutely bonkers.
I'll make
Turn
it
on
happen.
everything here.
It's as good as done. Who, if not me?
Alright. Okay, there we go.
On it.
Alright, let's back up here.
I'll see to it personally. Enemy down. Didn't flinch.
Alright, there we go. Now we can go full ham on this.
I'll make
There
it
we go.
happen. Consider this a taste of what's
Possessed Cogitators getting completely demolished thanks to this. You'll activate Revelant
This is
Slaughter
good
just
as
for
done.
extra measure. There we go. That's going to increase our to hit
Who,
even
if not
further.
me? The best defense is a good offense.
There we go. We're going to
I'll
do a
make it
wildfire here. Focus on the combat servitor. We will do the
On it.
double perk here. There we go. Get as many shots as we
good as
can
done.
here.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Man, the to hit on this guy is horrible, but that's fine.
Who, if not me? You never stood a chance.
There we go. Let's focus on the pink horrors now.
You should have thought twice before crossing me. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Alright, there we go.
The best defense is a good offense. I'll see
Deal with
to
you.
it personally. Your end was inevitable. I'll make it happen. Another enemy down.
Alright, there we go. Focus on this pink
It's as
core
good
now.
as done. I'll make it
Still
happen.
95% chance to hit, so
You
that's
should have
fine.
thought twice before crossing me. On it.
Man, 209 damage shots. That's
Your end was
absurd.
inevitable. I'll make it happen.
Hey, we leveled up. Oh my god.
It's as good as
Alright,
done.
well, that's not bad.
Consider
That's
this a
2
taste
level
of
ups
what's to
in a
come.
day. Hey! And here's another shot.
You never stood a chance. Another enemy down.
There we go. And let's see, we got you. Probably going to be better if we deal with the Mad Technomat.
Your end
There we
was
go.
inevitable.
And now we just got the possessed cogitator now. And then, of course, whatever else we come across, which I suppose is the Mad Technomat, but yeah, we can't really target him, so we'll just focus on the combat servitor, get our rest of our
I
shots
won't
in.
compromise my principles.
And we can't use it anymore, so there you go. Alright, Technomat's going ham, trying to do some shenanigans, I imagine. Off he goes. Let's activate Revel and Slaughter here. Let's go into a reckless rush here. Okay, we can target everybody from this position here. We shall start with an area of effect here.
Never stood a chance.
There we go. Alright, let's go for a single
On
shot.
it. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Activate everything here.
I'll make it happen.
Alright, we're gonna do
I'll see to it
Wildfire to
personally.
get the most out of this. Alright. Here we are. We're actually gonna go as far as to
I'll
use
make it
Surefire
happen.
Plan, increase our damage by a little bit more. And that should
On it.
this absurdity is just going to make it way better for us. There we go. Nice. We will do a
I'll
run and
see to
gun
it
here.
personally.
We're gonna move up to here so we get into full cover. And we're gonna go for the 2 shots here. Done. And then we shall entrench just for good measure. There we go. Tank horrors are gonna start doing some throws. Ow. I'll pray that's not gonna kill me though. Thankfully it doesn't seem to be the case, so that's good. Alright. We shall heal here.
I won't forget this.
Thankfully, it does appear that my ability to light them aflame is going to be working, though. That's good. We're going to
I'll
Revel
make
and
it
Slaughter
happen.
here. We are going to
On
Reckless
it.
Rush on top of everything. And if I move fast enough, I should be able to go all the way over to here. And I should be fine. Yeah, this will give me plenty of room to work with what I'm trying to do. Alright, let's do an area of effect here. Nice.
I'll it happen. Well,
Hey, 800 damage for just flaming.
I'll see to it personally.
Alright, there we go.
You never stood a chance.
Alright, let's activate these two here. Here we go. And the blue horror is forced to just try and hope and pray, but to no avail. He will be destroyed much like the rest. There we go. Done. And that's that. I've managed to level up. We've managed to open the door here. And overall, just having a good old time. And my god, is that a lot of buffs. But regardless, we've managed to succeed where others may have failed. We're gonna save here, we're gonna level up, and we should be fine. So far, I'm satisfied. And by doing this, we've managed to get to the halfway point of the exemplar leveling up system. So we can choose a skill, and we get a first tier talent. So, let's see. I think what we're going to do is we're going to focus into Carouse next. Increase that. And then we should be good. Alright, so let's see. Reloading costs 2 less AP, minimum 1. The first reload into combat does not cost AP. I'm going to get rapid reload at this point, because as you saw, we were having trouble with ammunition. So this will help us basically leave that issue. So that's probably, honestly, the most realistic option we could have gone for. So reducing our reload count will make our heavy weapons cost 2 less AP to reload, so that's good. Everything else is pretty much subpar. We'll just grab everything and just be good with it.
Just as I planned.
The machine is functional, but heavily altered. You see redundant parts and crudely wielded modules. Stinking oil oozes from the cracks, and the dashboard is covered with symbols of chaos. There's no doubt that all of these manipulations were intended to change the purpose of said device, which is to be expected.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
We are just adamantly making sure that all the alterations to these machines are not going to affect us in any way.
I won't let it define me. That's how it's
There
done.
we go. We get ourselves fine work gloves, which gives us 25 demolition and 25 tech use. That is going to be very well and handy for other things that we come across. But ultimately, it really depends on us. Grab what we can here. Got demolition of 45 here. And we got a secret door here.
I always keep my options open.
Which leads us to a tech use or a demolition check here. We're not gonna load, we're gonna save here, because I'm satisfied with the results. And let's investigate this. See what we find.
I always get the job
We
done.
get ourselves the Terrorax Slayer. This rifle's Deadeye shot costs 1 AP more and deals triple damage against large targets. Size 2 × 2 cells and larger. So against that creature that we had fought, that would have been a very good item to have.
Always keep your eye
Because
on
damage
price.
would have been tripled. So great for a sniper build if you're looking to deal with high profile targets like Space Marines and whatnot. But hey, really depends on what you're using, huh? Then again, most snipers are going to be one shot, one kill, so that is something worth noting. Regardless.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
As a load. Okay.
Just as I planned.
And as a result, we blow through this wall, and we can continue into the other area. which is here. Grab these fuel canisters for the future. We're gonna save so that way we can jump over this, see what we can come across, as you imagine, or as I can imagine. We'll do a double back as we do.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Let's load. There's a 90% chance that we failed. Oh well.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
The dirty, disheveled woman pays you no heed, lowering her head and looking at the ground with genuine interest, at something that either does not exist or is invisible to your eyes. Even at a distance, you can detect a distinct smell of ozone, too fresh for this stuffy room, reeking of soot and industrial lubricant. The woman raises a maimed hand and absent-mindedly runs its 2 remaining fingers through her matted hair. Hey, can you hear me? I wish to help. The woman jerks her head and transfixes you with a delirious gaze. Only now do you notice a reddish-black mark on her cheek. A many-painted scar, a symbol of chaos. The prisoner bares her teeth, but you cannot tell whether she does so as a threat or simply out of fear. Pull yourself together, citizen. Take off this compulsion and tell me who you are. The woman snarls, but a moment later her growl becomes a desperate moan. Can't resist. Emperor, protect. Her voice is barely audible, but you manage to make out the words. Remember how I ended up here. I don't remember what happened. It was a bright light, like from arc wielding, and then the light reached out with its clutches. The light is taking me over. It's everywhere already. Everywhere. The woman turns her head towards you and blurts out an unexpectedly low gruff voice. Save me. Give me the Emperor's peace, please. May the Emperor guard your soul. A single blow is enough to end the Psyker's pitiful existence. You examine the corpse and, with a start, realize that the woman's facial features seem to have melted from the extreme heat. Whoever or whatever had the poor creature in its thrall had now vanished without a trace.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
That's grim, but not unexpected, to be fair.
That's how it's done.
The reality of the situation is that most things like this is always going to be a problem, so, yeah. We're going to disarm this. We're going to go back and forth once again, just to get the experience that we need.
Just as I planned.
Alright, so we're going to jump back here.
Success is the only outcome
And then
I
do it
accept.
again.
That's how it's done.
Here we go.
Let us not dawdle.
We got some tech uses
What
here.
do we have here?
80% across the board. We've got 2 chances to make it succeed. So it's not like it's a huge deal with tech use, but I digress. Let's check it out.
Just as I planned.
Grab that.
I always get the job done.
Alright,
Is there
we've
money to
extended
be
the
made?
platform for us.
This is intriguing.
We've got some disarm materials, so we're going to disarm this.
I won't let it define me.
That is a load. Annoying, but to be expected. Alright. Oof, man, this is a difficult area, but it's to be expected. I was expecting this to be a 2-parter anyways, given the amount that we're going to have to do.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Yep.
I always keep my options open. Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Okay, let's save here, so that way we can properly disarm this as much as we can. We're going to save here. Investigate as we do.
Just as I planned. I always get the job done.
There we go.
Keep your wits about you.
And from here, we can go to the main tech stratum. Because this is basically the power plant basically done and over with. And this, if you are familiar with the area that we just explored, we will be dropping out of there, of the area that we saw previously. Now, of course, there's a few other areas that we have to go to, but I digress. We will be able to make it through this entire area, at least. Done with that. We got a lore warp here. Let's attempt this lore warp knowledge, just so we have it under our, you know, jurisdiction.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Okay, that's a failure, but that's fine. Oh, man. Tedious, but not unexpected. We'll be fine, though. Alright, there we go.
I'll learn from this mistake.
The experience is well worth the patience here, so let's just keep going. Come on, game. A little bit more.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
You know, I may even go through the fact of getting just a boost to our statistics on warp, because I can easily just put in lore and then into my inventory, because I know we have a way to boost up our lore chances, so we could try that instead. That'd probably be for the best and save us from reloading all the time. Alright, let's do it. Okay, lore, going into all items here. Okay, lore Xenos, nope. We need a lore warp, or just all lore. That will help. Okay, this does not help us. Lore Imperium, no, we need lore warp. We can't use the Malefic Tome, even though it's used for lore warp, but yeah. These goggles are literally the best way we can increase our odds by 20%. That's nice. Alright. Perceive.
That's how it's done.
Traces of an unholy ritual requiring human sacrifice. A grim reminder of the price extracted to create each daemon engine. Yeah. A lot of sacrifice goes into those daemon engines, which is not kosher. Regardless, not our problem.
Let us not dawdle.
As far as I'm concerned, anyways, it's not our problem, I should say.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
I think that's basically all the cultists there done. They are not going to be retaliating against us, so that's good. Alright, so this is the last tidbit of the area that we gotta go through. I expect that there's either going to be combat or just various other conditions that we've got to go through, but otherwise we should be fine. I expect the majority is going to be traps, though.
What a peculiar thing. This could be an opportunity. I won't let it define me.
That is a load. You know what? It's probably for the best I do the lore warp here, I think. If only to increase our odds of making this work as intended. Regardless, we'll be fine. Alright. Yep, we're gonna equip this. There we go.
This is intriguing.
Okay, disarm
What a
this.
peculiar thing. Failure is just a temporary setback.
Man, I failed that again? Hold on. That is a... Okay, so it is 55. That would explain a lot. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna keep the lore glasses on. If only just to make our odds of disarming traps even better. But that's besides the point. Man, this area is difficult. But that's to be expected, I suppose, huh? Oh well, we will live. At least we can spot the bloody trap. So there is that going for us. Let's save here. And let's disarm these as we go. This should be a little easier on us.
What do we have here?
Alright, come on, game.
Just as I planned.
There we go. Save here, so that way we can disarm the second one. Because I do believe these are just 50-50 chances here that are working against us.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Let me check to be sure. It is, in fact, a 55% chance, so that is my worry. Okay, come on. Low roll.
I won't let it define me.
Nearly.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Yeah, no, we failed that roll, but that's fine. We'll just keep going until we get a success. Because the experience is always nice. Okay. Going to take some time, as you can imagine. There we go, finally. Alright, before we go any further, I am going to equip the helm, and then we will continue from there. So we're going to equip this, there we go. Save. If I need to, I will make the knowledge checks appropriately, but, you know, we'll come across them as we come across them.
This could be an opportunity.
Oh, hello. That is another demolition check. Okay, good.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Speak, et fatter.
State your
Here,
intention.
Get back.
I know how to take risks. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, that's another set of traps. Lovely.
Success is the only
Grab
outcome
this.
I accept. This is intriguing.
Oh my god, that's a lot of traps. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, demolition, huh? Okay, I do believe we have items that can help us with demolition. So quickly equip those. Okay, so we got a demolition here, so we're going to equip this here real quick. There we go. That will certainly help us.
Just as I planned.
There we go.
That's how it's done. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Choose your own path.
Keep your wits
Alright,
about you.
we've got a control cogitator. We'll activate this. There we go. We've now opened up both gates. That's going to help us a lot. Alright, so that has opened up both gates here. So now we can go to and fro relatively easily. Not that we needed to, but it's there just so we can, you know, cover it, so there you go. Let's equip the ballistics gear, which is here. There we go. And we're basically at the end of this first zone. At least I believe we are, I think. We're basically nearing the end, I would imagine, so there you go. Yeah, we covered everything in this area. We've been as thorough as we possibly could. It feels like there's more to this area than meets the eye, but that might just be me.
I always keep my options open.
Regardless. Is there anything that we can get here? Let's see. No. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. So, we've been traveling for quite a bit while now. For next stream, we're gonna be entering the prayer halls, which is the second part of this entire dungeon of a area. I don't believe there's anything in this area, but I could be wrong, so I'm probably gonna do a quick Google search to see if there's anything else that I missed. But worst case, well, best case, we don't actually find anything. And we can just continue on our merry way. But I digress. I am done here, and we are going to wrap it up here for today.
Let's not waste
I know it's a
time
little
with
bit shorter
pleasantries.
for today, but I have to get some prep done for tomorrow's stream. Because I forgot an area, and I'd like to do that before I wrap up anything else. But I digress. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.